Surely there must be a better way to hold these magazines. Hello and welcome to Kit's Kit Reviews. Today we're talking about magazines, more specifically how to carry them. Now for the purpose of today's videos, we will be discussing all of these considerations for three types of magazines. A short EPM one, your metal construction, this one happens to be mid-cap, but the weight simulates a high cap. And then we're going to look at more traditional magazines. If you're in a hurry and you don't have time to watch the full video, that's all you need to know. Let's talk why. Now, there are multiple ways to carry magazines, or you could bypass the need to carry magazines by using either high-capacity Airsoft magazines or higher count box magazines. But let's say that you want the tactical experience of swapping magazines. Well, you could tape a magazine to another magazine, to jungle mags. You could also use the cheapest magazine storage solution. That cheap solution being putting a magazine in your pocket. There are obvious downsides for using your pants pockets for magazine storage, namely that you're not going to have room for snacks. Next option on the table, what if you added more pockets to your pants? Like say a dump pouch. The one I have for this example is moderately sized, and this moderately sized dump pouch fits a decent amount of magazines comfortably, even the tall ones. Traditionally, dump pouches are used to temporarily store magazines that are partially or fully spent so you don't leave behind your magazine on the airsoft field for some Joe Schmo to pick up. And even more of a detriment to our cause of using it as a good way to source a new magazine is typically going to be mounted behind the body, out of sight, out of mind, out of the way. Now, while this could work, when you're searching for that last magazine that has BBs in it, you'll be wishing you didn't use this method. This is where we begin to discuss dedicated magazine pouches, such as this kangaroo pouch. Canvas body, elastic retaining strap, holds 6 magazines. Now you may see 2 right now. To access the magazine, you just push that tab aside, pull your magazine. Some may be easier than others. But now where's that third magazine? Oh, right, it's buried deep in the canvas pocket. Now, this may not be a problem for you, depending on your choice of magazine, but as I prefer the short EPM mags, that solution is not for me. We now continue our quest to find the best magazine storage solution for your tactical needs, and we're going to begin talking about Kydex magazine pouches. This particular pouch is some Chinesium brand, I can't remember off the top of my head. Find it on Amazon for like 20 bucks for a 3-rack. Comes with its own Alice clips, they're not included in here. Foreshadowing, I'm not a fan, because again, I like short magazines. I have now buried my magazine in the pouch, and it is rather difficult to remove it, so I'm not going to embarrass myself by trying it now. If you're using standard sized magazines, not so much of an issue, and you, as you saw, probably heard, that was a very snug, tight fit, and the withdrawal has some force. Now, how much force is some force? Yes, they'll hold, but for how long? Again, you're buying Chinesium Kydex for maybe $25. Bear that in mind for our final example of pouches. And here, as foreshadowed, is my preferred method of storing my magazines. High-speed gear industry taco pouches. They're short enough that I still have access to my EPM ones. They're able to hold 6 magazines in a relatively low profile. Their retention is adjustable and replaceable, as well as their pouch straps. But as you just saw, which I hadn't even planned on getting to yet, certain slick magazines or improperly tensioned or just worn out elastics will allow your magazines to fall out of your pouches should you be doing anything wild. What are 2 important factors I consider that makes a magazine pouch preferred for my uses? The ability to draw a magazine and the ability to return a magazine. re-indexing henceforth. The ability to re-index a magazine, for my use, in my opinion, is nowhere near as important as it is to be able to draw a magazine in the first place. If you cannot readily access your magazine, it's not a good pouch. Drawing a magazine is as simple as it sounds. You don't need pen and paper. You just need to be able to pull a magazine out of your pouch. To summarize, shell out the money for Hasiki tacos, buy once, cry once. Gamble with Chinesium Kydex if your magazines are tall enough. If somebody handed you old Milsurp Kangaroo or hook and loop cover pouches, it's better than your pockets. If you're only wearing cargo pants, use your pockets. And if you absolutely, desperately need to secure more ammunition of BB variety, tape a magazine together, or save money, buy one really big magazine. Congratulations, you've made it to the end of the video. If you have made it this far, thank you for watching another episode of Kit's Kit Reviews. I know this video was a little drier, didn't have a lot of footage to serve as anecdotes to really back up a lot of my talking points because I only mess with tacos at this point. While today these magazines served as more demonstrative tools than objects of focus, eventually I will be talking about why I prefer the EPM magazine series. Stay tuned for that. I probably shouldn't be throwing these things. Thank you for watching. Where's that heavy Lancer mag? It bounced all the way over there. Jeez, get back here! Maybe I should have staged magazines in each of the pouches. But no, I wanted the comedic bit. There should be little to nothing that stops you from pulling your new suit. Wow, I slurred the shit out of that.